Hello everyone, and welcome to my CBS Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Dylan declares her love for Will and Sheila falls to her knees to beg, Electra explodes. She would never lie about it, according to Dylan. Electra stumbles in. Before leaving, Jessica tells her buddy to do the right thing and wishes her luck. Electra is asked by Dylan. With Will no longer in her life, she is struggling. Despite her family's inability to see the Will she possesses, she is making an effort to keep herself together. After all the issues they have had, this is unfair. Although she is aware of Dylan's affections for Will, she requests that she refrain from pushing or going too far with Will. There are lots of attractive men for her, but not Will, Electra informs her. Dylan reminds her that they have a past together and urges, come on. Electra is asking a lot if she would never be able to straighten things out with him. Her hero is him. Why shouldn't Electra be given the opportunity if she would never be with him? Electra begins to blink erratically. She is horrified. She made a decision, Dylan reminds her. As her closest friend, Electra requests that she give Will some time to grieve his relationship. Will is both his and her true love. She believes Dylan doesn't want to be a rebound because of his vulnerability. Wouldn't be proper? Dylan queries. It wouldn't, Electra blurts. Dylan is aware of what she wants to hear, but she and Will have the same chemistry as Electra and RJ. Perhaps there is a purpose for all of this. She is accused by Electra of being obsessed with Will. Electra blinks, trembles, and labels Dylan a bitch when he says they are in love. Sheila tells Steffi that if she let herself to, she would realize how much she has changed. Steffi won't put her children in danger if that turns out to be the case. Sheila reminds her of everything she has given up. More than ever, she needs Finn's and the family's support. How can she persuade her that she poses no threat anymore? According to Steffi, nothing exists. Sheila makes it plain that, like she did for Steffi, she would take a bullet for Hayes and Finn. She continues by saying that she has been very understanding of Taylor taking her client away from his spouse. She needs the support of her family because she can only handle so much. Sheila proposes they create a visitation schedule, and Steffi trembles and shivers. She has never been able to wish her son a happy birthday. She is aware that she is to blame. She secretly believes that Finn would like having her in his life. She is reminded of the pizza cutter threat by Steffi. Sheila tells her that it was a pizza, not her mother, that made her feel better. When Sheila bows down to ask to meet Finn and the kids, Steffi is appalled. Steffi's mouth drops. Will and Katie discuss the difficulties faced by the Spencers and Forresters. She exhorts him to pursue love and advises him to win Electra back. She is aware that his aggressive actions are concerning, but he has a huge heart and should be content. When Electra said that final time, he truly believes that she meant never. His mother advises him to keep trying for her. Will believes that after he punched Eric, her sisters gave her a hard time. She encourages him not to feel bad even though she acknowledges that their relationship might never be the same. He keeps thinking about how she said never. He believes it might be finished. Will Katie have the fortitude to move on? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie Logan is forced to succeed. Even though it appears like Katie was recently excommunicated from her own family for founding her own design brand, it is what many admirers are hoping for. In the latest episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie's two sisters, Brooke and Donna Logan, practically ejected her from the Forrester estate while the rest of the Forrester family merely watched. What a humiliating situation, huh? Katie's emotions as she left the place are understandable. The problem is that many fans can't help but worry if Katie will have the fortitude to put this turmoil behind her and launch a clothing line that will permanently destroy Forrester Creations. She clearly merits the honor, don't you think? It's obvious that a lot of fans of The Bold and the Beautiful had a lot to say about the direction this plot is taking. Some even said, I think Katie should accept it and move on if Brooke disowns her over this, after all the pain she has caused Katie in the past. Katie doesn't need Brooke's toxic and domineering behavior in her life. Katie needs to stay strong and focus on taking her fashion house to the top, wrote a different show fan. Screw the annoying Forrester family, Donna, and Brooke. Katie, show them what you're capable of. Additionally, there was this comment, I don't think it will take much to drag Forrester Creations down a few pegs after the performance Eric gave with that reporter. All Katie has to do is keep her head up and let Hope and Deke come up with some amazing new lines. On the other hand, fans of B&B will only need to watch every single day to find out what happens next. The CBS network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful during the week. Look up the timings in your local listings. Dylan confesses, Electra erupts, and Taylor recognizes Finn's vulnerability. There will be spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Melissa Dillon will experience Electra Forrester's fury in tomorrow's episode. Taylor Hayes observes fissures in John Finnegan's posture in the meantime. Discover what will happen next in the CBS soap opera by continuing to read. Let's start this post with Dylan. As we saw in Wednesday's episode, Electra Forrester cautioned her assistant against pursuing Will Spencer. Dylan should give Will time to grieve their relationship, according to the designer. But at last, Dylan revealed Electra's true nature. Dylan made fun of Electra's properness in addition to telling her there was no contract. Admittedly, I would also make fun of it. But no one is shocked by it because everyone knows I'm cruel. Electra seems genuinely taken aback by Dylan's harsh remarks. Please understand that I believe Dylan has every right to pursue a man who has been abandoned. But she's acting a little chilly and calculating about it. Dylan might discover that her employment is under jeopardy. She hasn't yet disclosed to Electra that she had an affair with Will. But in tomorrow's episode, she might. Electra might demand that Dylan be fired as a result. But we are aware of Steffi Forrester Finnegan's love for Dylan. Ridge Forrester, on the other hand, detests conflict and drama at work. He therefore wants to act as though drama doesn't exist and will probably advise the women to settle their differences. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn keeps promising Steffi that he won't let Sheila Carter back into their lives. But we also know that he feels sorry for Deacon Sharp, Sean Cannon, and has softened toward his biological mother. Steffi is too preoccupied with Logan to notice Finn's breakdown. But Taylor sees. What else can be anticipated is that Sheila will undoubtedly notice that Finn is losing it if Taylor does. The woman is so desperate that she even pleaded with Steffi. Sheila's descent to her knees was startling, but it also indicates that she has already lost her mind. Therefore, Shin needs to act with extreme caution. It could be risky to refuse Sheila, but it could also be risky to say yes. On Thursday, July 30th, 2026, whose plot are you most excited to see? Post your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Electra is astounded by Dylan's honesty. Dylan told her buddy Jessica that she had spent the night with Will. The two laughed at how happy Dylan was to spend time in Will's arms. She didn't feel guilty or remorseful about her choice to support the Spencer heir. She didn't, however, give any thought to how it may impact her both personally and professionally. Dylan promised Electra that she wouldn't pursue Will. A civil workplace was part of their agreement. The problem is that since Electra and Will had reconciled, Dylan kept his word. Dylan believes that because they broke up, she is no longer required to follow it. She informed Jessica that she would not allow her friendship with Electra or her profession to prevent her from pursuing Will. Dylan thinks he's her true love. She finds it incomprehensible that Electra would allow her family to control who she is allowed to be with. Dylan is certain that she would pick Will if she were Electra. Finn is also in a difficult situation. He desires a relationship with Sheila, his biological mother. She evolved, as evidenced by the way she handled her divorce from Deacon. But Steffi, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, did not benefit in the same way. Finn changed his strategy after noticing her discomfort and tried to persuade Steffi of his viewpoint. Being in his life was not an option, he informed Sheila. When Steffi and Finn ran into each other in Finn's office, she did the same. Steffi assured her husband that she was capable of handling any challenge. However, Sheila will not be able to accept the notion of being a member of their family. During a literal run-in with Sheila, Steffi issues a warning, and Dylan divulges the information. They discuss everything she has been worried about as they move to the desk. They're actually at war with the Spencers right now, Steffi muses. She is adamant about keeping Sheila out of their life since she can only handle so much. Finn reassures his wife that Sheila is not a concern. He's confident she won't disturb them in the future. Simply put, Steffi doesn't have to worry about her attacking again. Unfortunately, Sheila becomes fixated on a picture of Finn at that very moment in an unnamed location. He is essential to her existence. Sheila grinds her teeth, unable to accept this, and wonders why Steffi won't let her into her heart. It might be related to the shootings, hint. After reassuring Steffi that he will stop at nothing to ensure her safety, Finn departs to see patients at University Hospital. You no longer have to be afraid of Sheila. Dylan is reminiscing about her evening with Will at Forrester when the bikini hostess arrives and inquires as to what transpired with haughty Will Spencer. The blonde squeals, "I knew it," as Dylan shuts the door. Jessica is informed by Dylan that they just spoke. Her wide smile lets the hostess know there's more to it. Jessica finds out that Will and Dylan fell asleep on his couch after making out. She vows not to share the news and is thrilled for Dylan. Dylan feels bad, but if Electra hadn't put an end to it permanently, she wouldn't have gone over there. She reveals that Will's brother asked her to take care of him. Like Will Spencer, Jessica is unable to move on from Electra's catch. He's the love of her life, and Dylan will give him time if he needs it. Dylan informs Jessica, the hostess, that she doesn't care if she loses her job because of Will as the gossip session goes on. In addition, Electra has RJ. They may all benefit from this. Will is thinking about Electra and Dylan at Logan when Wyatt interrupts him and accuses him of being preoccupied. He begs his brother to let go of the Forrester after seeing Electra's picture on the laptop. Will insists he's okay as he tries to flee. Wyatt doesn't think so. He calls out Nancy from the beach home. Will acknowledges how attractive she is. Wyatt advises his brother not to push Nancy. Will can't simply let go of his feelings for Electra, even though he understands. Wyatt notes that she left him due to a business arrangement. Wyatt becomes irritated when Will objects. "I want you to be content." He's not when he discusses Electra. Dylan and Jessica in Forrester's design office are spot on this month's theme, Spencers and Forrester don't get along. The hostess is interested in learning more about her evening with Will. "There is way too much man there for Electra," says Dylan with a smile. She intends to be his lifelong partner. Will moons over Electra's face on the laptop at Logan, saying, "God, I love you so much." How could he have lost her? "We'll let you know, Will. The reason is that Spencers and Forresters don't get along." Steffi encounters Sheila, who says she is searching for Lee, as she is leaving Finn's office. She is accused of stalking Finn by Steffi, who also tells her that she is aware of the divorce and the pressure she has been placing on her mother and husband. Sheila maintains that her sole purpose for being there was to see Lee. Steffi advises that it won't work, assuming she's attempting to persuade her mother-in-law to support her cause. Steffi tells Sheila that she will never be welcomed into her family and lays down the law. Never. In reality, every indication suggests that Forrester Creations is rapidly declining, and this is all related to the top leadership. Many viewers simply don't like Eric Forrester and his son, Ridge Forrester. Although Eric had no trouble switching to Logan at first, he has now abandoned Katie Logan and is denouncing her as a bad woman. Furthermore, a lot of people have noted that Eric was the one who initiated the altercation between Will Spencer and RJ Forrester. He would not have been punched in the face by Will in the manner that he did if he had never interfered. Naturally, a lot of admirers had a lot to say about the issue on social media. Some even said, "How dare he call Katie evil? Eric has turned on to such a whiny, pathetic man." Eric signed a contract declaring that Logan owned his drawings, thus she did nothing wrong. "He irritates me so much." And Hope is at last receiving the respect and consideration she merits. "Eric is just proving to be the asshole he always was," wrote another show critic. "Stephanie used to clean up a lot of the old bastard's messes. Donna, his stunning wife, is mistreated by him. I sincerely hope Donna leaves the wicked old goat and has an affair with Wyatt. Or get Donna a new man. Yeah, the Forresters are there to remind us of our current times where the rich and powerful can live in their la-la land, was another comment. Having said that, it will be intriguing to see if Forrester Creations can withstand the new rival they have next door. Keep an eye on this area because it seems like there is a lot more to come. The network broadcasts The Bold and the Beautiful during the week. Look up the timings in your local listings. For the time being, please share your ideas with us in the space provided for comments below.